what's going on? This one's gonna be an interesting video. What's gonna be in here is I'm gonna help some of you guys that are having the really common issues. I'm gonna showcase a new feature that's gonna be implemented that's pretty cool. I'm pretty excited about it. It's still rough, but I want to show it now because we're far enough along. I'm sure somebody will probably try to copy it in a week or so and release it as well. And also, somewhere throughout the video, I'm gonna include a safe word. And when you're probably like, well, what the hell is a safe word? Well, I'm gonna say safe word, and whatever that word is I choose afterwards, if you pick up on that, then I'm probably gonna help you because you're still having issues that I didn't cover in here. I'm gonna try to keep it prompt, and I'll go ahead and let you know when we're concluding it. But first up, we have this. You can see this is the reporting format that I like. He told me what type of exception. He got a null reference exception, and it was telling me, this tells me exactly what's going on. Some of you guys send me a message saying, hey man, it says null ref exception, or it crashed right away, I don't know why. Help. I can't. You didn't give me enough information. For this one in particular, it's having a draw issue. So, you know, I would bet my savings that if this individual showed me their folder and where their plugins are located, where this is installed, with everything in the README, it tells you where it goes. Anyway, this folder was missing. Maybe not that folder, if not this folder, because I was having trouble drawing objects because I couldn't find them. A null reference, that's saying, hey, I can't find it, it's missing. I know I point to it correctly, and I know I point to it correctly on a lot of machines. This user, I helped them, or DCP probably helped them. God bless DCP's soul for helping so much. Don't know why you would leave out a folder when you're trying to install a mod. I'm not talking down on you. I'm not going to show your name or anything like that. Another one is I crash right away when I load it. I get that one a lot, and it's kind of getting out of hand. In the footnotes up top, it clearly says it only works with Echo. And a lot of you people tell me you're running Echo, and then I finally convince you to upgrade again to Echo, and it works. So what's happening is you're using an older version of the RageHook and not the one with LSPDFR. Now keep in mind, you can keep your RageHook up to date as much as you want by going to the RageHook website, but I am not. I am using the mainly distributed RageHook that comes with LSPDFR because as a developer, it makes more sense for me to develop something and test it on what's widely being used, not the most concurrent. I have to cough though, so hold on. Okay, so we covered the people not installing the folders. We covered the reference from not using the correct version and it crashing right away as you load it. Now, but let's talk about a little bit more about setting it up. I see so many bogus comments in terms of what you should type and when you should load it up and how. I'm gonna myth bust all that. So this startup folders right here, this dictates to RageHook what to run at startup. Now you have to keep in mind, if a plugin is not verified, it has to be loaded twice. So Police Radio is not verified, so that line I would have to type load plugin policeradio.dll twice, unless I put warn on plugin load to false. I highly recommend doing this because you shouldn't be running stuff that you're not knowledgeable about what it does, or if you're concerned if it's not secure. I'm not doing anything malicious, so you guys really don't have to worry about anything from me, but eventually somebody will pop in and make a malicious version, and that's why this is here, because the Mullen DK19 and LMS, the RageHook crew, thought ahead. So when you put warning false, you only have to load unverified plugins once, and I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about, and we're going to run through it. I'm going to make it clear as day today because I need to combat all of these issues that I'm having. Okay, so when we're in game, what I'm actually going to do is just I'm going to make sure everything is unloaded, and I'm going to set warn to true, and I'm going to show you what it looks like if a user does not have anything set up in the startup file. If they don't have anything, so let's say I want to load the or the police radio. When I type that, you'll say warning. I've actually got messages that it crashed. People send me a message saying warning, it crashed. No, it's telling you to type it again. So what you have to do is go once more, and for those of you who are wondering, I keep getting a lot of questions. If you press LOA, then you press tab, it will autocomplete. Spacebar, press the number arrow, or not the number arrows, but the regular arrows down or up, and just highlight what you want and press tab. And then you can press enter again. And now you can see I called it, it loaded fine, and that brings me to another one. Failed to detect resolution. As you can see, I was currently in windowed mode. So let's address that. It defaults to 1080p if it fails to detect your windowed mode or your resolution. Currently, only 720p and 1080p are supported. 1600 by 900 will be supported in the next release, and we can even go back and check. So now that I'm running at 1080p, actually we're going to go ahead and turn warn to false because I don't like it. So now that I load it, you'll see, okay, I'm in 1080p. 1080p was detected, and it's going to display at the proper resolution. So that pretty much sums that up. But what I'm also getting is a lot of people are saying, well, when I spawn, when I call a tow truck, or when I call a corner, or when I place a barrier, it happens multiple times. So now you can see it's only happening one time, correct? Okay, so let's see what happens if I mistakenly load the police radio again. And people can do this through their startup file, they can do it from this typing in here, and it just really depends on your situation, so I need to make you guys aware of this. So now it's literally loaded twice, so let's place a barrier, and what do you know? 2 of them come. And I need to either, on my end I need to try to do detection to see if it's running, or I need to request to LMS that they only allow 1 entry point script per script to be active at any time. Because, it can go on forever, and I can just continue to, I can have 3 instances of it running. Doesn't make any sense, and there's no protection, but now you can see, this is why you're getting multiple versions. You'll get more corners, you'll get more tow trucks, because the script is literally running twice in the background. So we'll go ahead and remove that, and you don't notice it because, not only do I try to keep police radio low bog, but RageHook is so powerful, and we finally have a proper port over to PC, that these things can catch you up pretty easy. But now that we got that done, I'm going to go ahead and, the safe word will be, I listened, I need help. And you can message that directly to me. You can put that in the form and put an at FinKone, or you can put it in the comments down there with an at FinKone, and I'll help you. But if you're asking me these questions that I covered just today, just now in this video, and you skipped out prior to that safe word, which I already forgot, I'll have to go back and look later. I made it up on the fly. And I will do my best to help you, especially if it's some type of additional error that has not yet been covered, because I want it to work for everybody, but I cannot sit down each morning and tell 20 people how to get something running when I just told 20 people the other day the same exact thing. So that's that. What we're gonna do now is we'll go ahead and I'll go ahead and show the new feature over here, and I hope everything runs well for this. It's very, very early build, and it can have some issues, but we'll see how well we can get it going. So let me go ahead and make sure 3 of them don't show up by unloading all the 9,000 police radio plugins I have loaded, and we'll go from there. I apologize if you guys hear my dog. It's very difficult for me to record lately just because of the scenario that I'm in lately. So if I go to blank, which will be changed later, and it will be apparent what you guys are calling for, we can go ahead and call for assistance. And what we're doing right now is calling for a K9 unit to come out and assist us in checking this vehicle out. We'll go ahead and pop the phone down. So we should have a K9 unit en route. They don't always come. When you're more into the city, you'll get more access to a K9 unit. If you're out in the boondocks, K9s are going to be coming less. It's a mechanic I put in on purpose because, I find it semi-realistic. And we'll see if this guy can get to us. It doesn't even look like he's traveling on the roadway, but he's doing alright so far. And this will be a good one because it's very, very difficult to get a vehicle to reliably pull up and park behind something. And we'll see how well he handles at this intersection. And keep in mind, this is very, very, very early mechanics of getting a vehicle to reliably pull up behind you in terms of asking for an additional unit. And we'll see. Hopefully he can do it. This is a hellacious turn for him. He's gonna figure it out. I have faith. I have faith. He's just like, I need more distance. Let's see it. Throw it in reverse. It took me forever to even get the AI logic for driving to this decent. And we'll see how it goes about getting over here. Alright, so eventually I will bump it over more to the right. It really depends. Right now, at least he got to us without murdering anybody. You saw it was kind of a difficult situation for him. He'll come up and make contact with you. Hey man, just step away from me and I'll run the dog. And that's real. Like, officers handle drugs a lot and things like that. They don't, they'll throw the dog's scent off and it'll go from there. So the dog just got on scene. He's gonna move around, sniff the car. I've got some more detail I need to add with him. He literally has no animations. He's just kind of doing some basic checking. Oh yeah, like these hookers are just right in front of us. Usually they take off running. These ones got some balls, I guess. Maybe even literally. Alright, so once he does his scan of the car, there's going to be a rough load back into the truck. For now, he's over there on the wrong side. Like I said, I'm on very limited time in terms of being able to get videos and coding done, but he'll pop back in. It's not a huge issue. I just got to get some positional stuff sorted out. So once I get that positional stuff sorted out, he'll go ahead and say, you know, hey, we didn't indicate to anything. He's out of here. So, you know, that concludes that. I'm really hoping to work in conjunction with the, oh God, I can't remember the coder, I can't remember the modder's name, but it's the guy that made the search trunk feature.
It ain't us they're after.
Oh, looks like he's going to another call. He's been dismissed. He's been handed back to Grand Theft Auto 5 and will be, you know, pegged for deletion. And you know, some of the major things to kind of keep in your head is I'm trying to get the guy that made the search trunks mod to work with me so we can search, you know, the car doors, you know, the back of the vehicle, the hood, and the right side. So when the dog does indicate to something, you can't just arrest someone because the dog indicated. We're gonna need the ability for them to, you know, for me to get in there and search. And if he does come through with that, if he does a good job with it, then hopefully I'll put a pointer to his, you know, to recommend that you download and use his. If not, I'll have to quickly code my own kind of search trunk feature and do the own animations and things like that. But I hope you guys really enjoyed this. Not only, you know, now that I said that, not only will let me kill this Siren. Not only will K9 be the ability to request, you'll be able to request an additional unit for backup as well. They're going to stay on scene and they'll assist you and they'll be part of your group members and they'll help you handle the situation. And I'm going to let you control, you know, when you dismiss them, if you tell them you're good to go, if you tell them they need to stay put, things like that. So I'm really looking forward to not just K9 backup, which is awesome. I really wanted to get my hooks into that. But I'm also looking forward to, you know, making it so you can request for a normal backup unit to aid you. Maybe you got a felony stop, or, you know, maybe something was real bad with this plate right here, and it throws like a felony warrant for the registered owner. And, you know, in conclusion with that, you know, I don't want to get anybody too excited, but once I have all the dog mechanics pegged out for a backup unit, like right here, I could call for a normal backup unit if I wanted for this situation, if it was occupied. But, you know, I'm also debating about making a complete, it's going to be included, but it'll be a complete separate thing to where you can actually be a K9 unit and roll around and go to things. But that depends on LSPDFR 2. And, you know, if it includes the API and if I can get my hooks into what they have going, because I would like to make some call outs where you respond as the officer to a backup situation, not only as a normal officer like I did in Grand Theft Auto 4, but as a K9 unit for Grand Theft Auto 5. I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. I really love showing this stuff. I do apologize if the dog set any of you off. If you need help and I didn't cover it, use the safe word. And until then, I'll catch y'all at the next one.